Before the world told you who you should be, do you remember who you were? You became an actor, so you wouldn't have to be yourself.
Think we're superior? What a crude question. What we are is different. You're an empire of morph, each flapping off on its own, searching for the light. We're hornets, part of a hive. Yes, on our own, you might match us, 3 of yours against 3 of ours, and we'll see how the dice fall. A swarm, General, that's what we are. Our sleepers will bleed you, our twisted feed off your blood. All the while our harvesters reap the souls of your fallen, and our emissaries reanimate their hulls as our servants. But above all, you serve yourself. We serve something greater.
Surprise, buttface!
Do try not to die while action items remain unticked.
Gotcha!
Client expired.
I'm looking to you for a paradigm shift towards competence.
Biscuits revoked!
Come here so I can give you a hug.
synergizing.
Action items tick.
Ever since I was young, there was all this talk about the new lines coming through, changing life as we know it. One day, saw it with my very own eyes. New tracks are being built, businesses starting up, and those trains sure did come.
The water's cold.
It's a fjord. You're not going swimming.
Boo. You're such a wet blanket, teddy bear.
You know I don't like it when you call me...
Edward. Edward Charles Harden. So, do you think we'll find your Betty in, what did you call this village? Gravewick?
Grovik. She's there.
How can you know for sure?
I just do. In her letter, she wrote about...
But that's months ago. She could have gone anywhere.
Betty's here. I know it. I feel it. Something drew her here.
Where is everyone? It's like a dead land. As though its soul has departed.
Her scarf. I'd know it anywhere. Lissy, there's someone outside. It might be Betty.
Edward, they murdered a child? What does that say?
God forgive me.
We will find her. Betty's fine. She's a tough cookie. Tougher than you, teddy bear.
I dreamed of Betty. She was in the garden, and she called for me. I'm not alone.
Listen up, lads. When you're running a business, it pays to know the law. And I happen to know that you can't get done for the same crime twice. It says so in the Criminal Justice Act. Which is lucky, because you're about to get back in the old city building game with Constructor Plus, the sequel to Constructor HD from System 3. I know what you're thinking, and yeah, you're spot on. Constructor Plus is a glorious return to the slickest, wittiest, most entirely legitimate and not at all corrupt town simulator of all time, with its wonderful high-resolution graphics and sophisticated humour that several critics have described as Python-esque, whatever that means. And its cheerful cast of delightful characters, unscrupulous gangsters, dodgy janitors, filthy hippies, legally distinct killer clowns, and several forms of undead, including zombies, poltergeists, and civil servants. Constructor Plus is all that and more. It features more than 65 pre-built city scenarios, 10 entire new worlds, and over 125 buildings to get stuck into, giving you more estates to conquer, more rivals to sabotage, and more old Bill to steer clear of. Most importantly, Constructor Plus gives you more opportunities to swell with civic pride by building lovely communities full of fine, upstanding townsfolk. Well, actually it doesn't, but someone has to look after the plebs, and you might as well make a bit of cash out of it. Constructor Plus.
What do I want? Your operation.
He's not going to start an all-out war. He's not big enough.
I'm going to go and find out.
You're just gonna walk in there.
Sag goes in the streets of London. Sag goes in the London city. Sag goes in the streets of London. Sag got to be something with me. Today a legend is born. Ready for vengeance rather than war. Ready for anything, ready for more. My English gangster, I'm dead for sure. I'm coming for you. 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 I'm coming for you.
We need to push back hard or we're finished.
Way to play a survival RTS game.
It's just fun to kind of share the challenge. It is so much fun to share that victory, with somebody. And it's also nice too because one person can manage one thing while somebody else manages something else.
I think that the main impetus for making this game was our love for other experiments that are going on in the RTS genre right now. I am a big fan of Frostpunk.
We all fell in love with There Are Billions. We want to make a game that has some of the elements that this has because it's really fun to like build and survive.
These are great games and they're great examples of a survival strategic game that we thought, man, that's really good. What else could we do with that?
Taking There Billions meets Stronghold and then putting it in that Black Colossus storyline from Robert Howard, that's well known from the old Conan comic books and books.
Yeah, it's very savage and brutal, just like I think Conan would like.
Oh yeah.
Conan, what is best in life? To see your enemies driven before you and to play this strategy game.
That's right.